Hey, hey,
All right, well, welcome to Let's Go. Last week it was all about booking parties, and you guys did an awesome job. We got 46 parties booked from what our tracker said, so yay, way to go. I know that challenge pushed me to book parties because I kind of slack on that sometimes, but it did. It pushed me to do it because I'm not going to ask my team to do something that I'm not going to do myself. So does anyone want to share about how last week went with you, or if you had any great best booking tips that you want to share real quick? Anybody? You can put yourself off mute, Lori. Gail? Go, Gail.
I just was going to say, I didn't have a party last week, but I had lots of orders and lots of conversations, and, it's just been sort of crazy.
That's the way it's going to be from now until the end of the year. So
Right.
hold on to your boots, girl.
Yep.
Anybody else have any good success with the bookings? Yeah, all right. Well, I just want to tell you that we're not done with that, right? Our goal was 100. We're at 46. So we still want to keep booking. It's something you should be doing all the time. So pick a number in your head of how many parties you want to book a week, and just make that a goal that you're going to book 2 parties this week, or I'm going to book 3 parties this week, and just always have that in your mind, okay? And on this page, you still have to go live. You still have to show us your dollar. You still have to put it in your bag, and you still have to broadcast it, okay? From now until the end of the year. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to keep the tracker going. So every time you book a party, also fill in the tracker, and we're going to see how long it takes us to get to 100, okay?
And Yvonne,
Yeah.
we just posted the tracker as of like what 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, and so we thought it would be fun for all of us, all of us, to make a guess. When do you think our entire crew is going to hit 100 parties? And then we'll do a super fun celebration, hoo-wah, etc. And then wouldn't it be fun for all of us to guess how many parties do you think our Let's Go group will book between now and the end of the incentive period? Ooh, we should also, we could start a new fun little tracker for that, don't you think?
Okay, so we'll do some kind of post where you guys got a mark on there. When you think we're going to get 100, and how many parties do you think we're going to get between now and the end of the year?
Yeah, so we'll keep the when do you think we'll get 100 is already on our 100 thermometer. So we'll do that one first. Okay, love.
Okay, awesome. So don't stop booking. And after booking all those parties, you guys probably realized that you need some kind of system to keep track of all that, right? Whether it be a paper calendar or your phone calendar or whatever it is, you gotta be organized, okay? So we want to get out of hobby mode. We want to shift you into business mode, and we want to shift you into earning the incentive mode, okay? So instead of saying something like, when somebody wants to book a party, instead of saying something like, oh, pick a date in October, I'm pretty open. Instead, you're going to say something like, oh, I have Tuesday, October 7th open at 6 o'clock, or if you want a weekend, I have October 10th open. Which one works for you? Do you see the difference in that? It's willy-nilly, or it's like, I'm running a business, my time is important, and I want to have a successful party for you. So we're going to share some tips with you next week. Some of the leaders, we're going to share our calendars with you and show you how we do it. And we want you guys to implement some kind of system for calendaring and what am I trying to say? Scheduling the dates that you're available, so that you're running your business more like a business instead of like a hobby, okay? So be watching those videos or lives or whatever we're gonna do, but be watching them and just take some tips from different people. Maybe you like what she does and a little bit of what she does, but make a system that's right for you and how you run your business. But you're gonna wanna have some kind of system in place, because next week we are going to focus on booking parties from your parties. Okay, so last week we focused on booking parties. So now you're going to be having those parties this week, next week, etc. But the best place you can book a party is at a party, because they're there, they're having fun, they're seeing how easy it is, they're seeing that their hostess is earning all kinds of free stuff. So you need to have some kind of little gimmick or trick or game or something to book parties from those parties. So you want to have your calendar ready, okay? Because it's going to get good. I think like Wednesday-ish, we're going to start sharing tips on booking parties from parties. But before then, our cow for next week, cow is challenge of the week, right? Your action thing that you need to do. I'm going to post a comment after this, and it's going to say something like, what is your biggest obstacle or challenge in booking parties? Okay, and we just want you guys to sit down and think about that for a minute and be super honest with us, and just tell us what's your biggest obstacle, because we're going to read those, and that's going to help the leaders decide what we're going to share with you next week in ideas on booking parties from your parties. Okay, so that's your cow. It's a pretty easy one, but we want everyone to do it. Because it's the action item, so everybody's supposed to do it, right? So get on there, do the cow, and that's going to help us decide what we share with you later in the week. So get your pen ready, get your calendar ready, and we're going to be booking some parties from these parties, and we're just going to have an awesome holiday selling season, and we're going to Disneyland or Colorado Springs. Yeah.
Or
So
Disney
that's
World.
it. Any questions?
Or Disney World, yeah.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
And I just want to add, because it sounds so fun and it might sound easy. It might sound so easy that some of you might think that you won't have anything to add to your thought process and post it. But yeah, you will. You might think it's such an easy challenge that you decide not to do it. You guys, it really might not be that easy for you to think about a real life challenge that comes from, how do you get parties booked from parties? So even if you find that it's super simple because you have a zillion obstacles that you run into, you don't have to just post one. Just try to, for all of us, this is not just for the leaders to look at the obstacles you're running into. Any of us can really guide, because you've probably experienced something that someone else in the group has ran into. And gosh, yeah, if you have 2 cents to offer when you see an obstacle that's posted, I mean, just because we have a title doesn't mean us directors and above know it all. Oh my gosh, we're all in this to help each other grow and to live through each other's experiences, because we're all way more powerful together. So it might sound simple, and what we found in the past is that, yeah, that's not much of a challenge. I just have to post it, and then you don't do it. Well, how are we all going to grow? How are we going to know? Do you know how long it's been since we've been in your shoes? It's been a long time. We can't help you grow if you don't let us know what you need to know, you know?
I was gonna add to that too, if there was something that was a challenge for you, put that on there too, because you may have overcome it, but someone else is in that situation right now. So it might not be something they know is challenging them, but when they see that you post that was a challenge for you, they're like, that's why that happened, or something like that.
Yeah, and really bare your soul. Be honest. All of us will be, because we want to learn together and grow together. So don't be shy. I mean, we're in this all together, right?
It's a safe place.
Safe place.
All righty. I think that's it for tonight. We got done in record time. Unless anyone has anything they want to say, share, any booking tip that worked for you last week. Oh, that's the other thing. When you're doing your book bag broadcast thing, if you tell us how you booked that party, that helps. That helps other people think, oh gosh, I should do that, or I should try that, or maybe they didn't think about that, and you have a good idea. And so share it with us. We want to hear. Not just that you booked a party, we want to hear how you booked it.
I'm just letting you guys know a lot of people had a hard time getting on today because the password changed. So it took me like 5 minutes to get on, and I missed half of that.
Well, good thing it's recorded.
Okay, good. Okay. I was like, oh no, I missed half of it.
Well, that's a good point. We tried to make the password more simple.
Yeah.
So going forward.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you guys.
Hey, Yvonne,
And
it
that's the
sounded
good
so
thing about
funny.
these being 20 minutes long, you guys. It doesn't take forever to replay them and watch them. Try to
Yeah.
kind of succinct and quick to the point.
Yvonne, it was so, I love to hear you say the book bag book bag book.
Buck bag book.
Oh, and should
All right, let's go. We're gonna say our let's go. You can lead, Yvonne.
I would
Oh.
say, should you just let them know not to do anything with their buck bag, to just keep it aside, and there might be something coming later that they'll want to keep it close by for.
Yeah, and all that money that's going in there, it's supposed to be, it's going to be spending money for when you go to Disney World or Colorado Springs. So yes, don't put your bag away. Don't go put your luggage back in your closet. It needs to be there, and we might add some more fun things to it later.
Like Yvonne said, we're gonna continue to broadcast all the parties you get booked and show a bag. Show a buck and putting it in your bag. So yeah, that's not going anywhere. We're gonna do baggage checks. You're gonna see. We want everyone to keep it going. Yep, for sure.
Baggage checks. I love that.
Bonnie, did you have something?
Nope, that's it. I'm good. Just keep on booking.
All right, keep on booking.
Book them down.
All right, people. Well, I'm going to count to 3, and we're going to end it by saying, let's go. You ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Let's
go!
I woke up our dogs.
All right, hit the not record, Jeanette.